Hey, hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jam and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today we're doing another new, why do I keep doing that? Today we're doing a new Blue Mondays look. I believe this is number 28. 28 weeks of Blue Mondays. Susan, we are kicking butt and taking names. Anyway, it is the Monday before Halloween, so I thought I would do something that is a bit more fun than like a usual Blue Monday, but something that you could potentially wear if you wanted to do a little something fun for Halloween, but not, you know, super wild and crazy. More of an understated Halloween look, but with blue. So I grabbed my Nomad Fuji 5 Lakes palette because it has this beautiful blue iridescent shade called Fuji Diamond, and I thought that would be well, kind of perfect for what I was thinking. And I grabbed my LA Girl Pastel Dream Liner in powder blue. And I did pick up something new. I actually picked up two new things when I ordered the little mini brand. No. When did I order these? I don't know. It doesn't matter. But they had these mini About Face matte fluid eye paints, the minis, in obviously blue, green, and pink. And I've heard like good things about these, so I thought I would give them a whirl for, I don't know, the fun of it. I think I was trying to use a discount code, so I put these in the cart along with one other thing, I believe. Anyway, doesn't matter. But I don't know, I thought this would be fun. And when I took out the blue shade just to, you know, take a look at it and see what it was like, the shade name is Blue Monday. I mean, if that's not the universe saying use this for a Blue Monday look, I don't know what is. So that's my plan. I was thinking really light eyeshadow, maybe some polka dots, but like a bit tricky. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully you're up for that. And because I'm using the shimmery shade, I didn't do my face first because of the way I'm going to apply it. I could just like wet it and apply it and I wouldn't get any fallout, but I don't want to do that today for this look. So anyway, let's just, you know, get into it. I'm going to stop yammering about yammering and get to it. So I primed my eyes, and I know what you're thinking, Jan, we know this, you use the same thing all the time, which you'll be right about that. But I used my LA Girl pencil thingy. It is like the Sigma eye base pencil thingy, but I love it like a lot. So I've been using it a couple of times here and there, just below my brow, but I wanted my entire lid to be the same shade, so I used that on my entire eye today, so it would look a bit more even. I don't know if any of this matters. Okay, I'm gonna take this Rephr B03 and I'm going into the Diamond Fuji shade, and I'm going to just like swoosh it on. I don't want it to be super pigmented, so I'm gonna like, you know, just kind of blend it out, not going with too much, which is why I left my face naked for this, because I could potentially get, well, a lot of fallout, but definitely some. And since I wasn't sure, I figure better to err on the side of caution. Okay. Yeah, I got a few sparkles. I probably could have just brushed them away. I'm gonna go in for just a little bit more and strategically, maybe a lot bit more, and strategically put it on my lid so it's a little bit more opaque and pigmented. Can you even believe I'm just gonna use one eyeshadow? That's crazy. I might go with a smaller brush along the lash line. And since I am going to use it in such a small area, I think I will wet the brush. That way I can get the most out of it. But I wanted to use it dry for the majority of my lid. Well, my crease really. I just like how it looks when it's like swooshed everywhere. I think this is working out the way I was hoping it would. Not a dramatic difference, but a little. Yeah, I think that's what I was hoping for. Let me just quickly do the other eye and we'll move on to the next bit. I think I want to take this liner brush and go into the dark blue gray shade, the matte in this, and just put a little bit along my lash line. Again, nothing too wild and crazy, you know, just a little something for some depth. I will go in and tightline, of course, but I do like how this looks, and I use eyeshadow for this because my eyelids are super duper wrinkly, and going in with liner just is not what works for me. Okay, I like that. I think it's just a little something that, I don't know, it makes a little bit of a difference. I like it, so I'm glad I did it. You don't have to, of course. I mean, you don't have to do any of this. I'm not the boss of you. I can't tell you how to live your life, but if you were looking for something, this could work. Okay. Now, since we're here, I'm just going to line my lower waterline with my LA Girl liner. I do think it's mandatory that if you're doing this, you have to make the hideous face. That's just like the right thing to do. All right. I will, when I do my base, go in with a dark brown or a black for my upper waterline, but that's in a minute. Okay, so now for this part. I think about this the same way I think about doing my nails. So it should work in theory. If you don't have dotting tools like this, you can use a bobby pin, you can use an actual pen. For larger pokey dots, you can use the bottom of a brush. I mean, it can be literally anything. I did not have dotting tools for quite a while, so, you know, you just use whatever you have handy. But because I do a lot of nail stuff and I do use dotting tools on the reg, I have a bunch. So I designated some for makeups and I designated some for nails. So what I'm gonna do now is take the Blue Monday eye paint thingy from About Face. which looks like this. Just like cute little doe foot. And I'm going to, I also pulled out my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base for the white. So I'm going to just kind of like smear what's on the doe foot onto the cover of the, you know, Gerard Cosmetics. This stuff dries very fast, which I mean, not like freakishly fast, but pretty fast. And then it stays. I put it on the back of my hand, and then we had to leave the house. So I was like, okay, whatever. Didn't even think about it. And then it was still there when we got home much later. So that was pretty cool. I don't really know how many I'm gonna do or how big or small I'm gonna make them. Just have fun. I've got all this like chubby hooded lid area. Might as well take advantage of it, right? If you do this, feel free to get closer to the mirror. It does make it considerably easier. All right, that's that side done. Now I want to take a smaller dotting tool. Really doesn't matter what size. I just want it to be glaringly obvious that it's smaller. And I'm just gonna do a few random tiny blue dots just for, well, the fun of it, really. It adds a bit of interest. I do the same thing when I'm doing nail art. Just a few random little dots, and you're like, oh, that's cute. It makes it look maybe like it was a bit harder than it actually was. And, you know, that's never a bad thing. Oop. All right, well, that one got a little out of control. Maybe I can just take this brush. Oh, someone's having a bad day. All right, once more with feeling, just a little. Oop. That's it, I'm leaving it alone. It's not perfect, and it doesn't have to be. I'm gonna let those dry, and then we're gonna go in with some of the white Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base, and you'll see why. It'll be cute, or at least it should be. Okay, got my Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas Eye Base, and now with the teeniest, tiniest dotting tool slash whatever thing you happen to have handy. I have a tiny dotting tool. I'm going to dip into the white and then boop into the cover. I don't want to have too much on here. And then I'm just going to put a tiny little mark on the top of the little bubbles. Either side, just do it on the top. I haven't dipped back in because I'm only using a teeny tiny little area of the dotting tool, so I can just keep rotating it and get all of the white off as I rotate. I'm gonna do the other eye, and then I'll come back and we'll do a few little white polka dots. Okay, and now with just like the small one we used for the little blue dots. I'm just gonna go in and add a couple little white ones. That's it. All right, I do have a little bit in my hair, so I'm not gonna move around too much. I'm gonna go clean that out, whack on the rest of my face, and I think I might do a little blue one on the inner corner of my eyes. And then I'll come back and show you the finished look. All right, I'm back and everything is done. Let me zoom you in for an up-close reconnoiter at the eyes. I did end up using the blue for a polka dot at the inner corner of my eye, but also I used it as my lower lash mascara. I cleaned off a lot of the, like one side of the applicator straight from the tube and just kind of on my eyelid, my lower eyelashes, super gentle, and it's subtle, but I didn't put anything on my lower lash line, and I really like it. Little tiny things that you can do to change up a look, just, it's amazing to me. And when I was doing my base, I thought if I had had a liquid highlighter, I could have maybe used that instead of the white, or, I mean, I could have used, I have a glitter liner, a couple glitter liners, you know, there's lots of things you could do. You can go in with like little nail gems with some lash glue. I mean, it really is limitless, the things that you can do if you can think of it, which is where my problem lies. I can't think of things, which is why I love the Copy Kitty videos, because it does give me something else to attempt and whatever. But I think this is super cute. Maybe not quite as understated as I had imagined, like maybe in my head. But once I started going with the polka dots, I had to keep going because they were just so cute. But you know, you could do just, I don't know, I like threes, close to the threes. So you could do like 3 on the outer corner. You could do 3 little dots on the lower lash line. I mean, really you could do anything, but I kind of like this. And I can see me using these little fluid eye paint thingies. Again, I have green and pink, and I'm just like, what else can I do? Obviously mascara, brilliant. Polka dots, I could probably use this as like tight line eyeliner with my liner brush, because it seems, I don't know if you can tell, but it seems just thick enough that it doesn't bleed into all of the little tiny lines and wrinkles in my skin. I mean, my eyelids are very, very textured, and there's little lines and little wrinkles all over. And when I was using the water activated liner, if I got it too wet, it bled. Not wet enough, it doesn't work. This seems almost idiot proof. And since I used it successfully, I think that like backs up my point. Anyway, that is Blue Mondays done and dusted. Let me know what you think of this look. Would you do something like this just like in general, or for something Halloween-y? I would wear this anyway. I mean, people stare at me no matter what I do because of the wheelchair and the being crippled and the whole thing. So wearing a little bit fun or funky makeup pales in comparison. If they're gonna stare, you might as well give them something to stare at, right? So anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me today. Be good and remember to be kind to you.